We're going to be taking a look at Jack and Ruth's dining room table here. The first thing I want to mention is I did look at having the leaves at the end and what size, and I think any leaf that goes down ergonomically isn't going to allow somebody to sit at the end. And so I wanted to look at another idea. This was Jack's idea that he had, which was could we look at like a curved table somehow? So I just wanted to look at it and show you what that might look like for the space. So this is more of a like a boat shape, a nautical shape, which maybe works for the waterfront. And if we did this shape, we could I think look at some different legs that looked a little better. But the thought behind this shape that it would give you just a little bit of relief at the corners where we're actually most tight here going in and out of the door. So it also just gives you a little. It makes it easier to move around the table because you don't have the corners sticking out quite so much. You can kind of see, moving past it. Functionally, I think it's a good idea. Whether or not we like the look of it, that's going to be kind of a personal taste thing. So there are quite a lot of tables that have this boat marine look where the top is curved, so it's not a unusual shape of any kind. But whether or not it works in this space, I think is um, you know up to you guys whether or not you think it's working. So I added some detail to the model, which I think is really helpful um, because you can really see, as we looked at yesterday when we were at the house, that table comes to about halfway um, down that door opening, which we didn't like looking at that plan. But if you look at it from like the living room view, so this is, kind of how you might approach that door, you can see that if that door was open, it doesn't actually have the appearance that the table is obstructing it when you're walking around it and going outside like from this route. You can see from the living room we have a clear shot at that door really with either table, whether it's the rounded table or the square table. It doesn't make much of a difference. So we really have I think decent circulation through that door with the table in this location. And as we were looking at this, Cora had a great idea, and that was to just flip these doors facing out. So instead of having them swing in where we're having all this, difficulty with the chair and the table, why not flip those doors and swing them out? So the labor to do all that, I think it would be definitely if you're thinking of getting a different style door, then now would be the time to do it. Whether just to get rid of these panels and swing it out, or you can even keep this same door and replace it with one big piece of glass if you wanted to do it more economically. But we need to talk to the contractor about making sure that door stays waterproofed if we're going to flip it, whether or not it's appropriate for that, or if you need a new door there in that spot. So while we're in the dining room also, let's just go ahead and go back to our original table and just see that I added some detail to the light with this chain, and the height I would like to get it so it doesn't block kind of an average person's view looking out. So that's about what that height would be. So I just wanted to give you a moving feel for that, for the dining room space and what that's starting to look like in the house. Oops, hitting some walls there. And we can also take a look into the living room. See what that space is starting to feel like furnished with that layout. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful. I'll have a couple questions in the email specifically that we want to answer after looking at this, and let me know if you have any other questions.